This is Monrovia, Liberia. It is our home. We have been through a lot of challenging times in this country. After all the things we have seen as Liberians, we never could have imagined this. For the last year, our country has been fighting a virus that must be stopped, yet has no known cure. We have suffered historic losses to this virus due to our mistrust of government and external institutions, our tendency for remorse and denial of its existence. As of April 2015, more than 10,000 people in Liberia alone have been affected, with close to 4,500 deaths, and the fight is not over. We are Kriterion Monrovia, university students who came together to promote cinema and culture in our society. Although the past year has delayed our projects, our foundation, education, commitment and our voices made a difference in supporting those that have been most affected by Ebola. This is our journey.
So, Kriterion Monrovia itself is a concept from Holland. After World War II in the Netherlands, a group of students put themselves together to start a cinema project where university students could work on a part-time basis, but also for them to create a new scene, which is like a cultural and more activities where students can be able to work in.
I got involved with Kriterion Monrovia. That is, we were on campus and Pendura brought it out there. They came on a survey and we filled in the form. After filling the form, they took the form home, and from there, Pendura one day came to me and said, "But you are a young guy that need to be part of the dream." So it was such to keep pressing on me until I got fully involved with Kriterion. Well, the idea beyond Kriterion by bringing cultural activities was very much explained to me, and which I understand, because during the war we lost our cultural heritage. That is, everything that we had, all of our cultural orientation went down the drain. So it was good for me to join my young colleagues in helping to regain the cultural heritage of our society.
Achievement Kriterion Monrovia have done in the past years. We will first look at the community engagement that we started. People in the rural area, they haven't been able to see, like, watch a movie on a big screen. So we go into this community, we set up our projector, and this is ready for them a first time experience, I would say. So the community people are very, they are very happy to be able to have this, but also in a way, like, to have educational movies shown, which inspire many young people within the community. And if you look at the society, Kriterion Monrovia is going to be contributing hardly on employment for university students. And we think by having the cinema project going, this will be able to inspire people to be able to start to develop more on the art scene. Be strong, yeah? Try to drink water, yeah? What the water? Who get the water? What the water? What's the water? You don't use that. What the water? What the water? You can't get mineral water than the water you need. Like the way I was feeling would be like, okay, what should we do now? And what am I going to do now? School is closed. There is nothing going on. It was when I realized how bad it was. I think I was more downhearted in a way that when we was ready at that point of like turning our life around and moving forward, all of a sudden the Ebola took place and everything have to stop.
I went for my first training as a educated man in my community. I went to the drugstore, bought a glove, put it on my hand, and I went for the workshop. So when I enter, a lady from Ministry of Health and Social Welfare asked me, "Hey young man, why are you wearing gloves?" But I felt within myself as the best measures I was taking because my hand was being protected. But not knowing that if I touch anything and I take my phone to a communication was the wrong thing I was doing. Wearing gloves is not good. And I explained to you shortly because the only thing at the time I knew about Ebola that Ebola kills and it destroys. That's all. And I was educated right there, and right away I took off the glove and I started to carry the message forth to other people. Yeah, from that movement I realized that I needed to learn more, because the more I learn, the more my community will learn from me also.
I think Kriterion Monrovia was going to be one of the good people to intervene in the Ebola situation, especially on the community level, because we were all young people, Liberians, and if the people couldn't listen to anybody, they could listen to us because we was not employed by anyone. Our reason of being in the field to give them this information, it was because of our own experience and how we saw that the Ebola crisis was taking over everything that we were doing. And we found out also there was the three main problem that the people was faced with in Liberia, meaning the denial stage, where people didn't believe that this virus actually exists. Many people said it was a man-made disease. You know, there was a lot of many disbelief among Liberians. So the second thing have to do with the mistrust of the government. Many people say the government just wanted to make money from international community. That's why they saying this disease is here. And then there was so many rumors when the disease actually started to kill people. Many people were saying, oh, it was not Ebola. People were saying it was poison because the family was cursed. And we thought it was that going into the community and explaining to the people what was the fact and what was the rumors, but also where the disease came from and how it entered in Liberia, would give them a space where they will be able to ask questions and put all the doubts and fear. And that's what we started to do. And because of that, we found out that many people was very happy to learn more about the virus and how they can protect themselves from it.
Well, like some of those communities when I was heavily hit, people call it the Ebola camp. When we went there, people told us clearly that we do not want to see people from the government coming because the misinformation that went to them. So they felt that we were the right people to talk to explain their problem to us.
And the Ebola crisis started, it started from my house. Me and my neighbor were together. I can say almost the same family. When my best friend died, we say Genevieve Kessery, her mom and her father, they left the two children and decided to take care of them. When they quarantined the children, they put them in the town hospital. I was there with them taking care of them, but I never did the prevention better. But we tell God, thank you. Our friends then came around to help us, and they helped me, and they gave me the idea. They've been talking to me. You can use glove, you can use the one, pick any idea I made by the grace of God. Every day I get sick, but now we are came down with the virus. I did taking care of the children. Unfortunately, they die. And since the children die, we here, by the grace of God, we hear our own children. And they've been doing well, they're coming to us, they're giving us some things, they've been advising us. So I just want to tell you, thank you.
You can see we are being stuck in the water. The water block the road, no road for us to pass.
But the car can pass there?
How far is from here to the village?
The village? Yeah. Maybe 10 minutes drive now from here. If I again, as we cross the water, and I preach here, the girl won't preach there.
But this is alright. This is water.
Yeah, anything that we can tell
highway towards the town. And we cannot go now because the car can't pass.
Yeah, the car can pass the water. You will not let that one.
The water will stop you on your tires. So we'll be walking. Everybody will take all our sneakers and sandals and slippers and roll all our jeans and other things. We'll cross the water to go to the town.
No, they're not walking.
Number two, I can carry some of you say, even to our drinking water for you to go and see that water. The people have their health team, remember them that came here. So I've been talking to them and say, please help us with water gas so we can put it in our drinking water. The condition of the well, if you go there, just a borehole, you see how the area looking like. But then I always ask and say, help us with water gas so we can put it in the water. But from that time up to this time, they haven't helped us with nothing here for us to use it. These are some of the things that are really affecting us.
You know, Kriterion Monrovia was one of the groups that really saved life in local village. Because Ebola was something that it was very hard for people to accept it. When she died, we all said our African son that killed her because that was the news that came. But then the father died, the man died, left the two children. She started taking care of the children died. And at the time was looking fearful, more especially in the month of September. You couldn't even find vital, even enter in here. Even our friends and all the nearby villages, they put law down. They said, no, I'm not going to the village to go get Ebola. They were not easy. For Kriterion Monrovia, they were with us. Even the hospital that year, they were closed. When you go into the hospital, they send you back. They say you get Ebola. Nobody can here. They save life. They did many things for us. When they go, we won't pay them because they think they did for us. We even get paid for them.
Some difficulty and challenges we had was that sometimes it was frustrating. We, like a village, we went there before. When we went into that village, after we went from door to door, explain to the people. After another 2 weeks, when we went back there, things got worse than ever before. Because in that particular community, people there, they believe in the traditional practices, where we emphasize on do not play with the body, the dead, the sick. But when we left, all what we explained to them, it was like it went zero. And they could not just listen. So we also realized that as Kriterion Monrovia, we should not give up. The struggle continued by going back to this community day by day. From Monday to Saturday, water rain coming down heavily, rain falling heavily, we must go there. And so be it, things went that way, but we never give up. As a student, we took all of the preventive measures. One, the no-touch policy. Whenever we get into a community, we are not going to sit down, even a stick or a building to touch it. When we get into a community, we draw a line, make the people to understand that we as students, we also have problems. So for the community to be safe, they should not do a direct interaction with us, like what ourselves. So that message was clear. The no-touch policy was the best policy that we use throughout, that we are safe today.
There was no space in the hospital, and many people was left along the side of the road, but we were still giving them hope. And sometimes it was quite difficult to give this message out because you're giving someone hope. Well, actually there is nothing to back that hope you are giving them up, because you tell people go to the hospital, then they will go there, there will be no room, there will be no space, and then they will call us back and say, oh, you said we should go to the hospital.
They don't come to our help. They don't go and tell the young people they come to our help. They have people, we are begging them. When they are quiet, they come to our rescue. We are begging them. They are all having their forever to spread. When somebody die, when you call the health to come, they don't even able to come. They will stay more than 2 or 3 days. They should come to our rescue.
And we couldn't do nothing from our own point. We would just be there to talk to them, counsel them on the phone, sometimes go back to them and just say, listen, this is what you should do. Like all the people who sick have to stay one side, we will keep making arrangements to see how best they can be able to admit some of these people in the hospital.
Like another village we went, the lady mother died, father died, and they refused to leave around the valley because the valley was in the house. So we talked to them. It took us like 4 hours before the center that we created. That lady took our things going to that center, because we explained to her, say, hey, this is not good. Your mother is gone, your father is gone, but you can also survive. And there are many survivors as it relates to the disease. So going to them, explaining to them was the best thing that we did, that at least that saved some of their life today.
There were so many people, there was no more space for patients. So what we started to do is to be able to train people on the household level what they could do to be able to take care of their loved ones. But so many people also won't be able to get the virus. So we set up a holding center within the community, where as soon people were sick, they take them from in the villages, in the community, and put them in the holding center until there was a space or a bed available, and they will come and pick them up from that holding center we established. And then we also got more people on board who started to, donate to us to be able to carry food, water, ORS to them while they was waiting on available beds at the hospital. So that was the turning point from carrying on awareness and training to getting more engaged into how we could turn the situation around and, get many people safe as possible from not getting the virus.
We had our initial 1,125 beds, and normally when people are quarantined on the Ebola virus, government take 2 weeks to 3 weeks before they get there. So normally we carry this food to them while they are managing until government can come to the aid or other big NGO like UNDP, DFP. So that's how we're managing. We have old Kuman wing, milk, sardine, luncheon meat, and we give them. And more besides those who died from the Ebola by their family, we give them food according to the number of family they had for that household, and also survival. So now we have the rice, and we are going through the result tomorrow to give this on to the household.
In this time is where the incident occurred about the death of this gentleman. They brought him. They were Saturday that already the sickness was getting serious. Sunday he died. When the family came, they the one in fact pronounced that in fact this man was an Ebola victim. But all what we know that the gentleman had a sore throat. But we went to their aid, and I entered in the room. I saw the gentleman and he had gave her. He was already dead. So how can we call the health team? But here we are. Let us say we have been stigmatized in this region where we don't even take money and give it to people for them to serve us. People refuse us. This is what Kriterion that came to our aid. No one have come ready with to set us down, ready and educate us, ready about Ebola, but Kriterion did it. That's the reality. They train already how to maintain sick people when even someone is sick, how to take care of them. Kriterion the one that gave us our education.
This family member, everybody die. Nobody survive. So you see it door to door, meaning everybody in the house, everybody die. So the quarantine, the community, they quarantine the entire community. Absolutely the entire community, all those that are living around here, try to preserve them in one place so that they cannot spread with other family members in the house. So you can see up to now, nobody stay in the house. It's still like this.
Just imagine small village like this now. Some people are dying, when they die today, tomorrow, other person die, then the other next day, other person die. You see, so everybody was just dying rapidly. So even down to myself, I was afraid. I want to hide.
We are here in Infirmary Reserve today. We've been here since 11 o'clock today, and we've been doing door-to-door awareness. And we found out that there are many people who is sick and also showing the signs and symptoms of Ebola. So we need the help of MSF or whoever to be able to come here and see how best they can help people here. This is the town chief, sir. What's your name? And you are who to the people who are sick? You are son-in-law. So that's your wife who is sick, right?
Yes.
All right.
I'll help my sister. When my sister read to deliver the woman, I help her to deliver the woman to go deliver. Now I make it get a sick there. The woman die, all of get sick. The down was say, me and my papa die. We be there, my sister, and our son die. Then all me I join all of get sick in the hospital. One person needed to the hospital. So now I make it. They don't go there now also, they phone a key there. They can't go heavy up. They bring bread, they be some tea there, water.
Mama, you too, you need a drink. I beg you, wake up, you drink for us. No, drink some more. You need enough water, it will help you. I beg you. Yeah? Chazin, Gala, you drink for us, yeah? Come, baby, drink water, please.
They phone a red head box. I tell you what, thank you.
Keep strong, yeah?
When her mother got sick and she died, she touched the body. Everybody that touched that body, everyone of them died. At the time she had come down with the virus too, her father too, who were there in the hospital, they could depend on, died from touching the dead body too. At the time she was a young baby mother, so the baby she had, the baby to die. After that, the house she was saying she got sick. Those that were in the community with them, after she came down, they used to stand a little distance to assist them instead of coming close. Now everybody was afraid to go around them. That is how she was being able to pick up by the ambulance to carry her.
Throughout the outbreak, we worked in 4 counties: Mosurado, Magiri, Grand Cape Mount, and Bomi. We reached out to over 400 communities and connected with more than 20,000 Liberians. While we are close to defeating the Ebola virus, we are not yet finished. We must stay vigilant until West Africa is free. We will continue this fight together.
I've been working in 3 different counties. We work in Grand Cape Mount, we work in Rio Mosurado, and we work in Magiri. So we've been doing this work here for a long time, yeah? Since the outbreak. So that what we are here to do the training. Also for housewives. Also for you. Once we move from there, you get that book, you need to explain to your friend about Ebola. Yeah? When any question when you get here to ask us it, because for us, every question you ask in it will be correct. No wrong question.
On the battlefield for our country. We are on the battlefield for our country. Since our job at Iran, I've been working very hard just to see Ebola out of my country. We are on the battlefield for our country. We are on the battlefield for our country.
you. I never wanna say goodbye. I never wanna say goodbye. I swear I share your joy and your pain, and I swear it out.